Hey guys, welcome back to Turn Wrenches Junior YouTube. We're in the S-10 today because there's been one thing that's really always bothered me about this truck, and that is the steering and lack of power steering. I've always wanted power steering. I don't know, it's like a creature comfort. I didn't realize I really enjoyed until I started driving this truck. The biggest problem on this truck is that the tires are squared, so same size on the back as the front, and they're pretty wide. I think they're like 8.5s, 9s, something like that. So I've been looking for the Volvo electric power steering pump. It's on like the S40s and V70s. I can't remember. Anyways, S40s are typically the ones you look for. 2003 to 2010. I don't know. Anyways, I've been looking for them, and locally, somebody keeps taking them all. Like literally, they hit the yard and they're gone within a day or two. So every time I go to the yard, it doesn't matter how many S40s or whatever they have there, they are all freaking gone, bro. Went out of town this weekend, went to Myrtle Beach. There was a junkyard like 30 minutes away. I was like, let's try. What's the worst that can happen? And guess what? There it is. S40 power steering pump out of a 2007. Yeah, 2007 S40. That's that. I bought this a while ago. This is the gearbox for power steering for GM for the second gen S10, I believe is what I pulled this thing out of. Everything should bolt right up. Here is the mounting bracket for the electric power steering pump. I started taking off brackets that I'm not going to use because I kind of mocked it up under the hood. I'm going to have to mock it up in the bay and possibly take out this bracket and build another one. Yeah, so I got everything I need now, and I should hopefully very soon have power steering in this thing. I'll just need a line, excuse me, should just need a line, high pressure side from here to the power steering pump. I'm going to put it on the driver's side, so it should be a fairly short run. Just have like a local company make up something to go from that to that, and we should be good to go. Yeah. Finally gonna have power steering. I think all the videos on this truck going forward are just gonna be like me fixing stuff that I want to get fixed and have been bothering me and I haven't fixed. So power steering is gonna be one of them. I still have, where it rains or the truck gets washed, somewhere over here on this side on the firewall it's leaking. I just need to open up the hood and dump water and see where it actually comes in at. Need to fix that. This Holly Dash, this LCD touchscreen is like bubbly. This is the second one that's done it to me, and I freaking hate it, but the screens are super expensive. I may buy a Tinker Electronics dash. Those would be pretty cool, and they have them like with built-in sunshade. What else? Still need to do the Ford 888 rear end. That's something that needs to be done, and that would fix like, I think the bulk of, like, the brakes work, but they're not the best. I think those three things in this truck would be pretty set to go, other than fixing paint and all that. So I am going to start mocking this up and see what I can do to mount this bracket, to get this in the engine bay, to mount that, to then see how long the lines I need for this to get the lines made. And then once I get the line made, then I'm going to take out the steering, send the truck out, put this in, hook everything up, put the fluid in it, wire it up, and we should be good to go from there. So I'm going to start working on that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, end of vacation, and if I'm being honest, I do not feel like working on anything anymore my last day. I just want to relax for the rest of the day. So, truck power steering. I got the bracket mounted down there, so you can see. I got the breaker, fuse, whatever, 80 amp, because that's what's suggested. It can draw up to 80 amps, so I've read. So that's mounted. I just did a real simple 1.5-inch piece of aluminum to space it out, and then mounted it to the radiator mount. Put some bolts on the back side and put it in there. So This thing is not gonna go anywhere. Nice and tight. I bought some wire from the power wire. I wasn't gonna do that, but mistakenly I bought the aluminum, copper clad, whatever junk, you know, super thin stuff, and I just don't want to take a chance with it possibly drawing 80 amps. And then I also tested all of these wires I had left over, and none of them came on with the key on, so I'm gonna have to wire up a switch, turn the pump on. I also got the lines made, which I should have made them myself and saved a bunch of money, but there they are. Got the lines made. High pressure, low pressure return. So yeah, all the fittings are made. Everything's good there. I think that gearbox may be leaking. Something's going on with it. So I might have to buy a gearbox or hit the junkyard and get one, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, whenever I actually wire this thing up and get everything in, then I'll shoot that next part of the video. But for right now, I'm going to try and enjoy the rest of my vacation. I'll see you guys when we're wrapping this thing up. Later. Alright guys, the S-10 power steering project is done. Check it out. Got it all mounted up. There's my expensive hoses. Got them moved to where tire doesn't rub, doesn't touch anything. Check for leaks. Got my power wire in. Got my arming wire or whatever. Ran all the way up to the key on for the truck. So let's get in the truck and turn this on. Are you ready? There she is. She's running. She's flowing and she's working. We got power steering. That is freaking awesome. The first initial jolt for the power steering is a little rough, but then it works. Works fantastic. Like, I don't even care about not having power steering anymore. It's pretty cool actually. So yay for power steering finally being on this truck and done. Still a lot more projects to do. Still gotta fix the tunnel right there. Still have to find that spot where it's leaking, all kinds of stuff. There's tons of stuff to do with this truck, but power steering definitely is going to make the daily driving, parking a lot more manageable. It's hot out, but I think I'm going to start driving the truck more, just because I think it's at a spot where it's going to be more enjoyable to drive. Well, that's it guys. It was a pretty easy project, if I'm being honest. Fairly easy. Some wires, some lines, and then boom, she's done. Chevy 2nd gen gearbox, Volvo power steering pump, some 8-gauge wire and a relay, wire to the key on, and you got power steering, baby. It's all good. And I am gonna leave the the steering wheel all jacked up for being straight. I think it'll throw people for a loop. So that's it. This one's done and dusted. See you guys next time. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you subscribing. Later.